Magandang hapon, Pilipinas at buong mundo. Naitay, kapuso. Pahiram po ng 20 minutes ng inyong hapon. Ako po si Boy, and welcome to Fast Talk with Boy Abunda. Ang mga bisita po natin ngayong hapon are very, very special. I looked forward to this conversation. Please welcome one of the most beloved couples in the entertainment industry. I'm talking about Mick and Megan.
Hello! Thank you, Tita Boy.
Of course, I'm talking about Mikael Daez and Megan Young. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the program.
We're good. Thank you for having us.
I'm happy to be here. I'm excited.
I am. I looked forward to this. Totoo yun. I was excited to talk to the both of you. Dahil, totoo yun. When I said one of the most beloved or beloved in this industry, nobody would disagree. Palagay ko, tama yung aming intro. Pag-usapan natin ng ilang bagay na may kinalaman sa marriage, na may kinalaman sa mga relasyon. At pag tinatanong mo ang couple, halimbawa, what makes this relationship work? Siguro mga 9 out of 10, ang sasagot sa'yo, open communications.
Andun kami sa
Bukas
9 out of
kami.
10.
Ako din.
Kami
Andun
yun.
ako sa 9 out of 10. Na importante talaga yung nag-uusap. No matter sometimes how difficult, yung hirap na hirap tayo makipag-usap, pero kailangan makipag-usap. I have very specific questions. Mick, ikaw, you're very confrontational. You tackle things head on.
Yes, yes.
You're the opposite.
Yes, complete opposite.
How do you live with that?
I think there's something to learn from both personalities. And I think kami ni Megan, very open kami sa isa't isa. So I wouldn't, maybe confrontational is a very harsh word, but I'm very direct. And then si Megan, si Bones, mas parang ayoko muna pag-usapan to.
Alanganin,
But over time, the 13 years that we've been together, lahat ng mga issues namin, we would take it both in our own ways. And when we find that solution, we look back and say, okay, what did we learn from that? Like, what can you get from what I did? And what can I get from what you did? So para sa akin, our relationship has been a growth process.
So may mga pagkakataon na diretsa. May mga pagkakataon na nag-aantay ka rin.
Oo, kasi syempre inaantay ko rin.
Bigayan yun.
Inaantay niya ako na maging upfront din sa kanya.
Okay.
Kaso yung personality ko, para akong pagong na parang feeling ko dapat magtagong muna ako dito sa shell ko kasi hindi ako sigurado kung yung sasabihin ko, makaka-apekto ba to lalo sa argument namin dalawa. So parang yun yung push and pull namin. And that's where a lot of our conversations, dwell around.
And learnings.
And learnings also.
So knowing when. Actually, to do it, di ba? Parang halimbawa, kaya ba ni Meg ngayon ang derechahan? So,
Yes.
nagpapakiramdaman. So, you're giving a part of who you are. So, it's di ba? Adjusting to each
for
other.
sure. So, para sa akin, I can honestly say maybe Megan did not realize this right away, pero the person who I am right now is heavily influenced by her. Kahit non-confrontational siya, because I was able to see na over the issues and the moments that we've had together, the fights and the good times we've had together, ang dami ko rin natututunan sa kanya. And because I decided I wanted to be open, and I mean, I would also think that Megan has also been that way, na she's open na, okay, there are perks and advantages to my kind of personality na baka she can grow to be a better person by trying out also.
Dati kasi I would really shove everything under the rug. Na parang kung mag-aaway lang din tayo, bakit pa natin pag-uusapan? Yun yung mindset ko dati. Without knowing na nakaka-apekto na pala sa relationship namin and it would be our downfall kung hindi namin pag-usapan ang mga bagay na, kailangan, we have to be good.
Ang pagkakaiba lang timing. Ang pagkakaiba lang timing, di ba? But the idea of talking about things, kahit gaano kahirap pa yun, ay kailangan para magkaintindihan. Paano kayo mag-away? Maingay? Nagsisigawan ba kayo o tahimik kayo pag
nagsigawan
nag-away?
ba tayo ever? In your mind?
Okay, never kami nagsigawan.
Okay.
Never.
I also agree. Never kami
Never.
nagsigawan.
Pero may mga instances, and very few instances, na meron kaming intense argument. Na mataas ang boses, yes. Mataas ang emotion, yes. Pero never kami nagsisigawan, never kami nagkakasakitan.
Never nagbabatuhan ng kung
Never,
ano-ano,
yeah.
pagkain or anything.
Pero very emotional. Very
Yeah.
emotional, and I would
Very
say,
raw, I'd say.
para siyang like, lalo na ikaw, pag mataas yung emotions mo, very hindi naman sa under the breath, pero very, ganito ako. ito yung pakiramdam ko. Ganon.
I
Iba,
get
iba
that.
yung tono niya.
I get that. At saka minsan, deliberate yan. Dahil ayokong sumigaw, the intensity ay ilinalagay ko doon sa katahimikan na sinabi ko naman sa'yo na yung gano'n.
Tito Boy,
Diba?
Mismo. Oh my
I
God.
get that.
Kasi parang,
Ay, andun ka ba, Tito Boy?
Minsan ano
Nag-usap
kasi-
kami na.
Wait.
Nakakaway kami ng isang linggo.
Actually, sumisilip ako minsan. Hindi, joke.
minessage ko si Tito Boy. Tito Boy, ito yung ginawa ko.
No, but I wanted to know, halimbawa, 13 years into the relationship, I mean, 10 years and then 3 years of marriage, nung umpisa ba, kasi, you know, I'm watching you now, and kayo ba yung dalawang tao na ito ang aking non-negos? Ito ang non-negotiables ko from the very beginning of the relationship.
I have non-negotiables.
Okay. Kasi ako nung una, lalo na nung nag-start yung relationship natin, wala sa isip ko yung mga non-negotiables. Hindi ko nga alam na may mga ganong bagay eh. Akala ko lang, parang you get along, meron kayong loving relationship together, tatanggapin mo yung partner mo, yun na yun. Pero hindi ko alam pala na may mga ganong bagay. So never pumasok sa isip ko nun. Pero siya, since he's more parang, I would say, you're more of a sure of yourself kind of person.
Okay.
Diba? Mas alam mo kung ano yung gusto mo sa buhay early on sa life niya, early 20s pa lang, alam na niya. So, ano yung non-negotiable mo? Ikaw
No,
na
I'm curious for you right now. We're 13 years into it. I'm curious because you know what mine are, and I'm just going to be sharing it with Tito Boy. What are your non-negotiables? I haven't asked you this actually, so I'm curious.
Sige nga.
I want to know. I want to know what you're going to say.
Napag-usapan naman na namin to nung bago pa lang yung relationship namin. And my non-negotiable was no cheating.
Okay.
Yun yung non-negotiable ko. If ever na mag-cheat ka, then wala na yung relationship.
All right.
I mean, pag nag-cheat si
Fofo.
Fofo, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Talaga?
Parang yun yung non-negotiable ko. Pero, I mean, I haven't thought about a non-negotiable in a really long time.
What do you want to say?
Well, okay, so I think I think semantics to parang Megan, yung non-negotiable is a very strong word for you, I'm sure.
Yes.
For me, my non-negotiable, I mean, you could also say it's the core of our relationship.
Okay.
So that's also kind of what I mean. Para sa akin yung
Anong
non-negotiable,
ibig sabihin ng core ng inyong relasyon?
parang yun yung foundation. This is where our
correct.
relationship
Pero
is
so,
built.
ano dun ang hindi negotiable?
So para sa akin, two things lang yun. So it's very easy para sa akin, kailangan simple. First is complete honesty. Very similar to what you said, open communication. Absolute, complete
100%.
honesty. And it doesn't have to be instant, but we always have to continually build towards that. Yung pangalawa doon is, you need to be able to take care of yourself.
Okay. May tanong lang ako. Doon sa complete honesty, if if it includes, Fofo, Mick, I cheated on you, and I am fully disclosing this mistake. I'm sorry I went through, hypothetical po ito. I went through it, mahinang-hina ako, I was not myself. Will you take her back? Will you forgive?
I mean, I haven't had to think about that in a while, but for me, maybe right now, maybe no. Maybe it's a no. But
So
at the
your
same time,
non-nego, I'm sorry, before you go to at the same time, your non-nego is almost similar, pareho, sa non-nego, for lack of a better word. I mean, we're using non-nego casually here, no? Medyo mabigat nga.
Mabigat siya.
Parang yung kay Megan.
yes, in a way, pero parang at the same time, I think we'll take consequences differently eh.
Yeah.
Diba? So parang, will you take me back?
Like,
No eh, no?
no, kasi parang, paano nangyari in the first place? Parang marami bang instances bago ka nag-cheat per
That
se?
led up to the
That
instance,
led up
eh.
to that. So, sa una pa lang,
hahaba yung kwento,
hindi
no?
siya naging honest. So, na-break na yung pinaka-core, which is
Yeah.
honesty. Yes, naging honest at that point na nag-confess ka. Pero bago pa nun, dishonest ka.
But
Yeah,
you're
so parang
humans.
sa akin, it's a no.
You commit mistakes. You fall.
Yes.
Oh, I have an answer to
Okay.
that.
What is your answer to that?
My answer to that is we are humans, so we make mistakes, but we need to be able to accept the consequences. And minsan masakit yung consequences. But at the end of the day, life goes on eh. So para sa akin, sometimes there are consequences sa sobrang sakit dala mo habang buhay. Diba? Nangyayari yun. So para sa akin, I'm ready if I make a mistake and there's a consequence that I have to bear for the rest of my life, then so be it.
Yeah.
But life has to go on. And para kay Megan, I assume that you also feel the same way because we've talked about this actually.
Oh my
I totally honor that. But I'd like to share with you my thoughts.
Okay.
Yung mga hilig. Like, I know you're crazy about K-pop.
Yes.
In the beginning, you weren't. Paano yun? Paanong nangyari
In
yun?
the beginning, I wasn't,
Kasi
but
ako,
look
I
at
blo-
my hair now.
I know!
Yung
Oo
buhok
nga.
niya, as in, lahat ng inspiration niya sa look niya, sa pananamit niya, galing na rin sa K-pop, K-drama. Hindi ako yung nagdi-dictate sa kanya. A lot of people think na sinasabi ko kay Mikael na magpa-perm ka para pareho sa BTS o magdamit ka na ganito. Siya lahat.
But you like it?
I mean, I love it. He looks so sexy.
Of course.
I love it.
Hindi ka pinili. Talagang
No,
napunta na lang
not
doon.
at all.
And you're enjoying it.
I'm super enjoying it. One thing that I like about the honesty and open communication is we're also open to what each other wants to do.
Right.
And parang kung may ginagawa si Bones, tas nakita ko biglang may yung TV namin, may malaking muka ni Jin from BTS. Bakit tinititigan niya isang lalaki doon sa TV natin?
Right.
I was interested why. So I got into it, I dove into it, nagustuhan ko rin. Same thing, vice versa. There are things that I like. Mateki ako.
Yes.
Diba? Mag-games ako na very strategy and role-playing. She gets into it. She's interested. So I'm like, para sa akin, I think that's one of the biggest parang strengths of our relationship. Kaya hindi kami nawawalan ng gana sa isa't isa. Kasi kung saan napupunta, and willing kami na pumunta doon kung saan man siya. Willing siya pumunta sa akin kung saan man ako.
And you enjoy laughing together.
Oo,
Ngayon pa lamang,
enjoy lang
few
talaga.
minutes into this conversation, parang tawa lang. I mean, you know.
Tsaka syempre, ito yung mga bagay na kinahihiligan ng asawa ko. Ito yung mga bagay na nakakapagpasaya sa kanya. Bakit ko siya pipigilan? Wala naman siyang sinasaktan na ibang tao. I let him enjoy and he lets me enjoy. And, you know, it's
Saya.
harmony.
Saya.
Hypothetical question. Halimbawa lamang, right after this conversation, after this interview, Mick wants to bring you to dinner to, you know, one of the best restaurants in town. And then you get a text message. Serious to, ha?
Okay.
Jin, okay, of BTS says, Meg, I'd like to have dinner with you tonight. I'm only free tonight. Sino ang pipiliin mo? Si Jin ng BTS o ang iyong asawang si Mikael?
Si Jin. Why would I turn down that, di ba? Minsan ko lang naman siya maka-dinner if forever ko naman kasama tong asawa ko. Dinner lang naman, di ba? I can pick his brain, di ba? I can
That's
talk
true.
to him. I mean, I think anybody would not pass on that, right?
Yeah, I
Especially if you're a fan, why would you pass on that?
Right. Reaction.
Good choice! No, good choice.
Do not miss
kasi,
the
oh my
opportunity
God.
to meet someone.
We only have one life, diba? These experiences, I mean, you said it's a date, it's dinner. They're not gonna
dinner.
get married and elope or
Yeah.
whatever. Diba? Wala namang ganun. But
Antayin mo na lang sa labas.
magpapaselfie ako
Correct.
dun sa labas. But,
Kailangan may picture.
Hindi, pero diba, parang para sa akin, me and Megan, we've been so blessed in our lives because we've had such amazing experiences. You know,
Right.
GMA, our work brings us such crazy adventures. So para sa akin, I've really learned to cherish, and I think both of us,
Yeah.
we've learned to cherish and really see the importance and value of an experience,
Yeah.
a unique experience.
That becomes a memory.
That becomes a
Yes.
memory.
Galing, no?
Because we love each other, she
Right.
can share that. And to a certain extent, masasagap ko yung vibes ng experience na yun
Tama.
eh.
And I wouldn't want to, I'm not gonna shelter any experience in life that I have with Mikael. Like, I'm always going to share bits and pieces of the people that I meet, the people that I talk to, come across. Kasi ang dami namin natututunan, ang dami namin nami-meet na iba't ibang tao. So there's so much to learn collectively.
Ayun, mismo.
Tama. And you become more powerful. Ituloy natin yung pag-uusap natin sa mga bagay na may kinalaman sa marriage, sa mga relasyon. Let's talk about money. How do you handle your money? Kayo ba ay may common funds? Kayo ba may individual funds who spends for the utilities? At marami pang iba.
Well, good question, Tito Boy. Kasi actually, meron kaming podcast episode on #MyRelationship goals.
What is it again? The podcast talks about?
So we talk about things behind, the camera, our relationship, na hindi always relationship goals. So yung realities behind relationships. So one of the topics that we actually had
Ay,
was
pera.
about money. So between Mikael and I, meron kaming sariling accounts. Pero si Mikael, siya ang taga-gastos
Sa
ng lahat.
Lahat.
So lahat ng sweldo niya, ang pambayad ng bills, pang everyday, pang salary. So lahat yan, siya yung gumagastos.
At yan yung pressure sa akin. Kailangan, I need to make enough money, enough income na masalo ko lahat ng expenses ng ating household.
Lahat ng monthly natin.
And there's a reason for this.
Yes.
Because, ibig sabihin nun, walang expenses yung account ni Megan. So,
Savings
sobrang
lang.
sarap makita psychologically na, oh my God, paakyat lang ng paakyat yung account niya. So, para sa amin, we took that, it's a psychological hack that we use for ourselves because it works for us. And at the same time, it also challenges me since ako naman yung mas gigil sa mga ganun. Pero tara, let's work.
I totally understand. Kahanga-hanga yung inyong ginawa sa COVID. Talk about it. About the car, about the shoes that you guys know. When I heard about a story, what a couple.
Yeah, so nung pandemic, so wala tayong ginagawa, and sobrang sanay kami as artists na pumasok lang sa isang set, gawin namin kung ano yung artista work na kailangan namin gawin. Pero dahil nga natigil lahat yun, parang nag-brainstorm kami na kailangan magkaroon din tayo ng sariling production. So everything, from editing, producing, conceptualization, so pre-prod, post-prod, lahat
Everything.
kami talaga yung gumagawa.
We became an end-to-end one-stop production house
Okay.
sa loob ng condo namin. And then at the same time, I guess to touch on that money topic, we also cut down on things that we felt were unnecessary. We pretty much sold all our clothes.
We sold the car.
Yeah, our car. Parang we cut it down to one kasi isa lang naman yung kailangan kasi wala namang hindi naman kami pwedeng lumabas ng sabay. So, our lives changed completely during the pandemic. Pero para sa amin, we grew so much from it that I think we came off the other side parang mas confident at kampante tayo with what we want.
I think pagdating sa material things, especially Tito Boy, mas naging ano kami, kung ano lang talaga yung kailangan namin, yun lang yung magsistay sa bahay namin. Every year, actually every 6 months, nagsa-spring cleaning kami, nagbebenta kami ng mga damit, sapatos, gamit na hindi na namin ginagamit. Baka mas maano pa ng iba.
Yeah, magamit
Ako
ko na.
kahanga-hanga. Kahanga-hanga. And then, I also heard stories like, ang isa sa inyo magti-taping, ang +1, si Mick. Or vice versa. Did it happen?
Doon sa Love of My Life.
Oh yeah!
Okay, so my first show during the pandemic, 2 years of the pandemic, may lock-in
First
taping kami in
lock-in.
Tagaytay. And I was like, Bones, you might as well come with me. We're trapped in our condo all this time. Let's be trapped in the lock-in location with me.
So nandun ako, tapos paggising niya, akong tagagawa ng kape niya, tagagawa ng breakfast niya. Tapos habang nasa taping siya, ako naman nagsistream lang ako dun sa room. So I was also
Shoot for social media.
Shoot for social media. So I was also working and being productive kahit na nasa lock-in taping siya.
What I like about this is napaka-deliberate. Napaka-deliberate. There's no such word kasi yung gitna ng deliberate at spontaneous. But it's there. You enjoy each other's company. And then you even put it into work.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about sex.
Oh, okay. Let's
Are
go.
we gonna sing the song?
What song is this?
What song is that?
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's 90s. Sorry.
Okay, 3 years into marriage, 30 years together. Tanggapin natin, may mga bagay na importanteng pag-usapan. Sa ating kultura, hindi tayo masyadong bukas na pinag-uusapan ang may kinalaman sa sex, even inside a marriage.
Yes, yes.
Okay? Ang tanong ko ay, marami ang nagmamasid at nakikinig sa pag-uusap na ito.
Yung nanay mo natin manonood. Mama, wag ka nang manood, Char.
Do you guys, I mean, paano nyo pinapapanatili ang init ng inyong relasyon? I mean, can you say no when he wants it? I mean, ano ang dynamics?
Yes, you should know.
I mean,
I don't remember that.
if I'm super sleepy, I'll say no.
Yeah, okay, fine. If you're super sleepy. But we're very
But why would I say no to my husband, Char?
Gusto ko
very-
gusto ko yung tanong mo, you say no?
Yeah. I don't. Okay, to put it in a PG version,
PG
we're
version.
very passionate and fun-loving creatures. I must say. Bakit? Creatures.
Creature tayo.
Sinasabi ko lang, para may konting drama naman, Bones, di ba?
Sounds interesting.
Konting ano lang.
Okay.
Yes.
You know why? Marami ang mga relasyon na hindi nagiging matagumpay because they don't talk about these things.
Yeah.
They don't talk. I mean, we're not going to talk about exactly what happens,
Yeah,
but
but I think between the both of us, we talk about our wants and our needs in terms of our passionate relationship. And I think that's what works for us. I mean, as a relationship
It's so
in
much
total.
fun.
Why the kilig? It's so
No,
much
it's
fun.
so much fun because we're very open about it. We're very open about it, and parang we're very open also about our boundaries.
Yes.
Because
Also,
obviously I'm the more adventurous person. I think, yeah, as you said, as you mentioned, I'm a bit more adventurous. Bones takes a while para mag-warm up. So ako, okay lang, respect. Of course, there are boundaries in that regard, in the fun-loving regard. But for me, it's okay. It's okay, parang there's no pressure. Like I said, we meet in the middle, and whatever that middle is, there's something to experience there.
Experience.
Yeah. Diba? Parang-
Ano tong pagbabagong
And
experience?
13 years pa lang tayo in the grand scheme of things. There's a lot of time.
Baka Tito Boy, later on, let's talk about other... after this episode, baka may mga kwento, may roundtable discussion tayo.
Okay, let's talk about selos.
Oh, okay.
You're both very attractive.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very, very attractive. Wala bang mga pagkakataon na may umaali-aligid sa asawa mo, Meg, or and vice versa? How do you handle things like this?
I don't think selos is a... No, selos is not a part of our relationship.
It's not.
It's not. It's basically non-existent sa relationship namin.
And to support that, it's because we're super open to one another talaga. And I have to trust her. Parang, it's so freeing. Ito, Tito Boy, something I tell my younger brothers and sisters, and even your siblings also. It's so freeing to have a relationship where you can take that selos factor out.
Yeah.
Once you take that selos factor out, and you have to work on it. It wasn't instant.
Oh,
We
no,
worked
no,
on it.
no.
We talked about this in our first few years together. Pero once you're able to take that out and just fully trust your partner, with whatever will happen na lang, bahala na. Ang sarap i-experience ang isang relationship.
Mick, it is internal. Pero ganito yan, ang mga temptasyon dito sa buhay na ito are external.
Okay.
There are people who are more attracted to men who are married.
Okay.
Okay, that's not a general statement, but and there are men. I mean, who would be attracted to somebody like your wife, like Megan? Wala pa kayong mga karanasan na, I mean, somebody flirting with you or may naglalandi kay Megan? Wala. At kung meron man, are you the type of people who would say, talking about boundaries, hoy, hanggang dito ka lang?
Yeah. Well, honestly, for Mikael and I feel like kaming dalawa as people and as conversationalists, medyo may pagka-flirty talaga yung dating namin.
Very
Actually,
outgoing
hindi
kasi
medyo
tayo.
pagka-flirty. Flirty talaga yung dating namin kapag may kinakausap kami na baka mamaya may kausap ako na lalaki and I want to get to know this person kasi curious ako sa kanya. Nami-misinterpret yun as nagfa-flirt ako sa kanya and vice versa.
Yeah, true.
Maraming beses din na may mga babae na akala nila nagfa-flirt si Mikael sa kanya pero yun lang kasi kami. There was no like malice dun sa ginagawa namin. So I get that. Pero pinag-uusapan namin yun at the end of the day na, uy, kausap ko si ganito. And he's like reminding me na, hey, you know, baka akala niya na nagfa-flirt ka sa kanya. So like, ingat lang na baka ganito yung galawan mo, ma-misinterpret. And vice versa. Sinasabi ko rin yun sa kanya.
Pero wala pang pagkakataon, Meg, na may gusto kang sabunutan.
Wala naman.
Wala pa.
Wala naman. Huwag na sana umabot doon.
Oo. Okay.
Kasi malakas akong sabi.
Or Mick, wala pa namang napikon ka sa isang pagkakataon dahil, you know, going beyond boundaries.
I have a deeper answer to that, Tito Boy.
Go ahead.
Para sa akin kasi I go back to the core value, which is the second one was, you need to be able to take care of yourself. So para sa akin, Megan knows this, Bones knows this, na if something's going on, you're aware that maybe there are guys out there who are trying to flirt with you. I have full faith in Megan that she will be able to handle it.
Yeah.
And if she cannot handle it, let's say there's a physical aspect already to the advances of the people around her, then she can let me know. But that's never really happened naman. Kasi kung lasing, okay lang naman, we just walk away.
Yeah.
Pero there's never been a point there was an intentional physicality thrust towards Megan. So anything other than that, I fully trust my wife, Bones,
Tama.
to be able to handle it. And I'm like, oh, okay, kwentuhan mo na lang ako and we'll just laugh about it.
Pag may umaaligid, get away from me.
Kuha ko yung she should be able to take good care of herself.
Yeah.
Pero, advice, pag naramdaman mo rin that somebody is going beyond proper boundaries I mean, go to your wife and say, let's go.
Of course, of course.
Diba?
I've
That's
done that. So pag
necessary.
kunwari lasing, and then alam ko na, and then may problema na to, Bones, tara na.
Okay.
But actually, before that even happens, she'll be the first one to go to me.
I'll tell him na parang hindi maganda yung pakiramdam ko sa taong to.
Galing.
Umalis na tayo.
I think you're the one who has to do that to me. Di ba? Hindi, di ba? Parang if the girl is mga and I'm like, okay lang.
Kasi happy-go-lucky ka eh.
Mas happy-go-lucky ako. So parang siya pa yung pupunta sa akin, Fofo, tara, uwi na tayo. Okay, gets kita, sorry. Oo nga, kulit nito eh.
Akala ko may hawak na sa buhok. What was your name again?
Halika dito, girl. Uwi na tayo.
Pwede mo naman gawin para may bago tayong kwento.
Halika dito, uwi na tayo.
Teleserye.
Okay, we were talking about the great Viola Davis. I mean, one of the finest actors in the world. Meron siya in an interview, I think with Oprah. May sinabi siya na ang marriage daw ay hindi nag-uumpisa doon sa I do's, you know, yung I do, etc. Nag-uumpisa daw ang relasyon, ang pagiging mag-asawa. Pag umigising po kayo sa umaga at ang katabi mo, sinasabihan mong, what is this man doing? I mean, ano ba ito naging katabi ko? Gusto kong patayin ito. And then the next minute, you know, you say, but I can't live without him or her. I just love him so much. That's according to Viola Davis. Paano nyo ginagawa ang inyong buhay na hindi kayo nagkakasawaan, hindi na uumay sa isa't isa? Ano ang inyong ginagawa?
Wow, that's a really good question. Pero para sa akin, we're just so excited. At least for me, I won't speak for you, Bones. I'm so excited to experience life with her. And there's no expectation there. Parang there's no milestone na, Bones, kailangan in 5 years' time of us being married, kailangan ganito tayo. So wala kaming hinahabol.
Yeah.
So we let life be. And then kung ano yung i-presenta ng buhay sa amin, i-enjoy na lang namin kung ganun.
Yeah. It's always a journey.
Oo, but I think, well, from my experience talking to my friends, some of my friends parang in their relationships, linalagyan nila ng milestone na kailangan maabot natin to. Pero para sa akin, life is so crazy. Hindi mo alam kung ano ibabato sa'yo ng buhay mo. So if you don't reach that milestone, depressed ka na, hindi ka na masaya, na-pressure ka pa, and that can really ruin and put pressure on relationships also. So para sa akin, parang I think na yung isang strength natin is we really just let things be.
Yeah.
And then come what may, and then whatever is there already, let's experience it to the fullest na lang.
And I don't think you've gone through that stage of why is she even here? Or why,
hindi pa, wala
why
pa,
is
wala
he
pa.
even here?
Wala pa.
Pagkatapos mo, mahal na mahal ko po. Wala
More
pa.
like, gumising ka na at gawan mo na tayo ng kape. Tara
Mismo.
na.
Every morning, yun yung isip ko.
Right. Again, it goes back to all the elements that we talked about. Honesty, yung
Yes.
core na sinasabi
core
mo,
talaga.
yung sinasabi natin that the love has to be bigger than whatever you have. 13 years into the marriage, dahil hindi tayo matatapos sa ating kwentuhan.
Go, I'm enjoying.
Ako gusto mo pa dito.
Ang
enjoying
hiniram
dito,
nating
boy.
20 minutes kina nanay at tatay ay mauubos na. 13 years into the relationship. 3 years into the marriage, 10 years. Ang dami ko pang gustong itanong sa inyo.
We love
Dapat yun na may birthday tayo.
Meron, kailangan, meron. If you were to make a vow for each other right now, ano ang tunog nun? Megs and Nick.
If I were to make a vow for you, Bonizi, right now, I would say... Sige, I have one. My vow to you is a two-parter. Okay, so my vow to you is, first of all, on my end, I vow that I will always make the most out of life with you. And that means making the most out of life in the good times and the bad times. So for me, that's extremely important because regardless of what life throws at us, wala tayong magagawa. We don't control life. Nobody does. So you make the most out of that and you make memories out of it and you try to squeeze as much as you can out of it. And the second part is, I vow that I will always be there to help you grow as a better person. Because for me, what's the point of living through life if you don't want to at least try to be a better person?
Yeah.
You don't need to succeed, but for me, you at least need to try.
That also ties in with my vow because my vow was that I will always work towards being better and better every day. Kahit na feeling ko nasa limit na ako na, am I the best person? I will always still try to work at being better and better for us and our family.
Ay, salamat. Kasi may argument kami last week regarding that.
So that's my vow.
Ako naman, continue to bless each other with each other. I think the biggest blessing you have bilang mga tao ay ang bawat isa. I can smell the love. Totoo yan. Totoo yan. You know, ang sarap panoorin lang in this day and age that you, Megan, and Mikael are able to stay, are able to embrace your very core, who you are, without having to be affected by this noisy world.
And it's a very noisy world.
It is a very
Grabe.
noisy world.
Nakakabingi.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Thank you.
And may you continue to prosper.
Salamat.
And may you live a bountiful life
Thank you.
mula sa aking
Thank
puso.
you.
Salamat, Tito.
Maraming salamat.
And let's continue this conversation
We
kasi
have to.
Wait, wala naman tayong pasto? Gusto ko ng pasto, Josh.
Meron.
Okay.
Meron pa tayo. But wala ba itong mga promo? Nasasanay na ako. But maraming salamat. Yeah, we're going to end it with fast talk. Okay? Tingnan nga natin.
Excited ako.
Dapat sabay, ah. Okay.
Bante ka na bigla, ah.
Ako siya unang nangangalabit.
Siya.
ako.
Unang napipikon.
Ako.
Siya.
Unang nagsasorry.
Ako. Oh my God.
Pinakamagastos.
Ay, ako.
Siya.
Ako.
Ikaw.
Ako.
Ikaw. Mas
Ako.
malaki
Okay.
gastos
Mas
mo.
malaki.
Pinakaburara.
Ako.
Siya.
Pinaka-touchy.
Ako.
Siya.
Ako.
Kissing or cuddling?
Kissing with cuddling.
Okay. Rough or gentle?
Rough. Ay,
Rough, but sometimes gentle. Both! It depends on the situation, right?
Random, scheduled.
schedule.
Random.
Sisigaw, bibitaw.
Sisigaw.
Kagatlabi, kagatdila.
Kagat dila.
Kagat dila.
More kasal, more sakal.
More.
Saka. Ikaw ah. Ikaw ah.
Gaming or loving.
Gaming.
Gaming.
K-pop, lollipop.
K-pop.
BTS, Blackpink.
BTS.
BTS.
Butter, dynamite.
Butter.
Soba, saba.
Soba!
Megan, ginagawa ni Mikael that makes you feel sexy.
When he bites my lip.
I thought you were gonna say the other one.
Crown or Mick?
Mikael, tapos yung crown.
Mikael, ginagawa ni Megan that makes you feel hot.
When she caresses my neck.
Coffee, tea, or Megan?
Coffee. Coffee is life.
Best decision you made together?
Selling
Not
that
having
car.
a baby yet.
Not having a baby yet. Sabi ko, selling that car.
Not
kasi
having a
may
baby yet.
Liquid.
Huli niyong pinagtalunan.
Ako.
Bones not taking care of herself.
Yeah.
Huli niyong ginawa kagabi.
Natulog.
We watched the show.
show.
We watched a K-pop show.
Lights on, lights off.
Lights on.
Lights on.
Happiness or chocolates?
Happiness.
Sabay.
Best time for happiness.
All the time.
All the time. Pero masaya sa beach.
Sabihin sa isa't isa, I love you because.
I love you because you make me coffee every morning.
I was gonna say the same thing. I love you because you make such great coffee.
Oh,
True story.
maraming salamat.
Thank you, Tito Juan. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Maraming salamat. Wow, what did I say? Love.
Love. Saya.
Wow, Nay Tay. Kapuso. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagpapatuloy sa amin. Sa inyong mga puso at tahanan. Always remember, be kind. Always make your nanay and tatay proud. Hashtag, say thank you. Let's talk again tomorrow. Usap tayo muli bukas. But goodbye for now. God bless.